Right, morning everybody. Hope we're all fit and well, slightly in better condition than I am. So no dodgy backs and dodgy legs or anything, but hopefully this will sort me out. So standing nice and tall, getting ourselves set up, getting those shoulders back, tummy's drawn in, feet set nicely under hips, arms down at your side, and as usual going to wake up those senses, just with a few little leans, forwards and back, get all those nerves triggering, yeah, get everything firing, ready to go, waking up that body, finding our balance point, that's it. Good, a couple more. And find that spot where you feel nicely balanced, you don't feel you're falling or leaning forwards or back. And then one hand in front, one behind, or onto those hips. We're just tilting that pelvis under. So we put that arch in the spine as we go back, a little squeeze of the tummy as we tilt under. That's it, so it's just tilting up with the arch in the spine. Sometimes if you just soften the knees a fraction, just helps find that neutral position. That's it. Couple more. Find that spot now where you've got that neutral spine, you should be nicely balanced, we're all set up, and get those feet going. So pressing those feet into the ground, pushing down through the ball of your foot, that's it, then just letting the arms join in, so it's natural walking arms. That's it. We start to increase the arm movement. So start to push one arm back as the other raises up. That's it. Pushing through. And increasing that range of movement with the arms. Bringing those up. That's it, reaching high. Pushing both arms back. Nice stretch there, a few more. Good, one more each way. And bringing that back down. Good. Making sure we've got those feet still nicely set under hips, standing nice and tall, with that core engaged, tummy drawn in, arms up above the head, let's take it to the side, then over, that's it. Nice and steady, one side to the other. A few more times and we'll extend that movement. We'll take it round into your windmill. So on this next one, let's take that all the way around, bringing it back up and change direction. You need to soften those knees as you come round, absolutely fine. Takes that pressure off the lower back. That's it. Good, and hopefully as you find you go through each one, maybe get a fraction lower. As that back loosens up, those hamstrings get warmed up. It eases our body out. As we stiffen up, tighten up overnight, this starts to loosen us out next morning. So some of these exercises, if you've got a few minutes just as you get up, on other days, they can just help set your body up for the day. Just say, ease you out, get you moving. Good, couple more. One more time. and bringing that down. Good, making sure we're still set nice and tall with those feet under hips. Bring those arms up. We're going to rotate the upper body. Keep head and hips forwards to begin with. So still just looking forwards, just that upper back rotating. And now we're going to let your head follow. So your eyes are following those hands. That's good. And we can release that heel. That allows you to turn, looking all the way behind. That's good. A few more. So one more time. And bring that back round to centre. Okay, so we're standing tall again, but we're going to take our feet nice and wide. Have our feet turned slightly out. We're just going to rotate those hips around. Aim to keep your head nice and still. And those hips rotate underneath. That's good. So just making a nice big circle with those hips. One more. And then let's change direction. So going the other way now. That's it. A few more times. Good, just making those nice big wide circles with the hips. Easing out the lower back, around the outside and inside the hips and thighs. A couple more. And bring that back in. We're going to keep our feet nice and wide. This time we're just going to lunge to one side, take a reach over. Bring that back to centre, switch the feet, take it the other way. So just turning the foot outwards at the side you're leaning to. Switch as you come back. That's it. Good, a few more. Try and keep it a nice, smooth movement. That's good. Taking one more to each side. Bringing that back. Take that over and bringing that back in. Okay, standing tall again. Those feet back under our hips, taking your weight onto one leg. We're just going to sweep that leg through. That's it. Aim to keep standing nice and tall and still. Good. A few more. Good, one more. And bringing that down, reset yourself, switch over onto the other leg. Bring that through. just have a little compare. Which side is it easier to balance on? Are you finding this side easier, or was the last one a little easier? So if you do find there's a difference, try and focus on doing some little balance exercises on the other side just to even out, improve that balance and coordination. So when you wait for the kettle to boil, stand on one leg, when you're brushing your teeth, little things like that. Build it into your day without having to put extra time aside. That's it, a couple more. And bringing that down, back over to the other leg. This time we're taking it out to the side and across in front. So bring that out and across. That's it, really good. Doesn't have to be going super high to the side. Just a lift up, disrupts the balance. And bring it across. Good, couple more. And bring that down, change over. So allow yourself to reset, re-get that balance, then we're taking that out. If you do really struggle with your balance, feel free to use the wall, piece of furniture, whatever you've got, somebody else in the room. But aim to keep as light a touch as you can and gradually reduce over time as we pick up and improve that balance. Really important for us, particularly as we start to get a little bit older, to work on that balance, keep a couple of sessions a week of balance and posture. That's going to help us reduce those risks of falling or anything as we get older. I can say that now, I'm definitely in that bracket of getting older, so we're alright. That's it. Couple more. And bringing that back down. Excellent, well done. Okay, feet back nicely under our hips. So we're standing tall. We're going to take that down into our squat. So knees stay forwards over the feet, bum sticks out behind. We're just taking that down. Keep our head up so we're looking forwards. That's good. So if I'm turning to the side or anything, that's just to show you the movement from a different angle. You can keep facing forwards. If you do need to move, I'll let you know. That's it, that's really good. Keeping that going a few more times. Getting all those muscles in the legs nicely warmed up, nice and strong. That's good, two more. And bringing that back up. Okay, if you're not already at the end of your mat, you're going to move towards one end, facing lengthways along your mat. Standing tall, taking those hands up above your head. We're going to roll it down. So hands dive, chin tucks, curl towards those feet, unrolling back up, reach for the sky. So tuck that chin, roll the shoulders, curl the spine towards the feet. As we unroll, stack those vertebrae one at a time. Bring it up. Excellent. That's it. Curling that down. Good. That's it, a few more. Really gets it nicely eased out, stretched down that postural chain. So those hamstrings, the glutes, up the spine. Helps our mobility in that area. Lovely exercise. Get us freed up and moving. Good. This time, I want you to put your hands down at the bottom. We're going to walk it forwards. Hands on the mat. Start to walk it out. And we're going to drop into a kneeling box position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Spine extends through the neck to the head. From here, we're just going to arch that spine up and drop the head into that angry cat. And then rotate through the shoulders. Spine down, head up, bow in the air. Rotate that back through, spine up. Good, keep the neck up. So lower down, pause, rotate through, pushing that spine up. Good, and again. Excellent. Just rotate that through a few times. This is a lovely ease out. That spine brings that mobility in. Good. Good. One more each way. Pushing that up. Really good stretch up. And now sit back onto those heels, stretching through the upper body in that child's pose. And bring that back up. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to start off down on our front, so in our kneeling box position again. Go straight into your basic Superman movement. So that's one arm extending, opposite leg extends back. Going to bring it in, switch to the other side. We'll do that for a few, then we're going to build a second exercise in. So, into that kneeling box position. Remember, aiming to keep that back nice and level, hips and shoulders flat. And extend. So take it nice and long, back in. Try not to get the leg too high at the back. For your leg to be level, it'll probably feel like it's pointing slightly down. And to get your arm level, it'll feel like it's reaching slightly high. If you think your leg's level, it's probably a bit up. But if you can catch yourself on your screen, have a quick look, just double check your position. That's it. That's good. Keep that going. Just nice and steady. So a few more. We're going to build in another exercise. It's an exercise that we've all done, but we haven't really tied these two together. So we're going to add in a thread the needle. So next time, when we come back, we're going to take it through. So we're going to extend, come back, thread the needle, and down. Extend, back, thread the needle, retie, and change. So one Superman, one, thread the needle. That's good. Keep that pattern going. Good. A few more times. Excellent, couple more reps. Going to take that through, bring that back high, down. Excellent, one more time. Last one. Bring that under. I'll be taking that high and bring it back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to take ourselves down onto the mat now, face down on your mat, legs extended behind, arms up in that 90-degree position. So elbow in line with shoulders, 90-degree bend at the elbow. We're going to do our arm and leg raise. So opposite arm and leg, we're just going to lift slightly off the floor, keeping that forearm parallel to the ground as it lifts. Legs just going to go only a few inches each side, so opposites, down, other pair will then lift. So face down onto the floor, in position, and off we go. So right arm, left leg, slight pause and down. Left arm, right leg, and down. That's it. Really good. So you can either rest your forehead down on the mat or just keep it slightly lifted in a straight line with your spine. Try not to look up and forwards. That's going to put some strain through your neck. That's good. So it's not a huge movement. It's just a steady little lift up. So we're using those muscles all the way along the spine, through the glute, into the hamstring to lift the leg. And with those muscles around the back of the shoulder. That's it. Nice and steady. It's not a huge lift. Few inches at most. That's good. Keep that nice and steady. That's good. A few more times. It. We'll go one more each side. And resting that down. Okay, you're going to stay laid down in that same position. So keeping those arms at that 90-degree position. We're going to go to our torso raise. So from here, we're just going to raise that head and chest up off the mat. Keeping our forearms on the floor. So we're just going to lift back down. After a few, we'll start to build and extend the movement higher, but to begin with, keep those forearms on the ground. Let's take that down. And nice and steady. Arms are just for support and balance. It's the muscles along the length of the back that do the lifting. So don't worry if you're not lifting really high. As long as we're engaging those muscles along the spine to raise us up. Doesn't seem a huge movement, but as we spend more and more time sitting, particularly at laptops, computers, that spine weakens, starts to curve. So to strengthen those muscles that are going to keep us sitting nice and tall, give us that support for our posture. That's good. A few more. And then we're going to extend the movement. Good. Good. So this time we're coming up. Then we take it higher. We extend those arms slowly down. We lift as high as we can just for the back. Then extend the arms. That's it, keeping that going nice and steady. Good. That's it, a few more times now. Excellent, we'll do 2 more. When we're ready, let's take it up, extend, and slowly back down. 1 more. Raise, extend, and control as we lower back down. Excellent, well done. Okay, we're going to move ourselves over now. We're going to take us onto our sides. So we want you to lay nice and extended, legs long and straight, arm under your head, other hand's going to be in front for support. So we go nice and long. That's it. Try draw your waist away from the mat if you can. Those feet fractionally off the ground again if you can, and our hips are stacked, one on top of the other, so we're not rolling back or falling forwards. Resting on that hip bone. We're going to start by scissoring those feet forwards and back. So that's it, nice and steady. Excellent. Keeping that going nice and steady again. Doesn't need to be huge movement. Simply controlling it. The legs are there as much to disrupt our balance and get the rest of us working, not to fall over, as it is the exercise for the hips and legs themselves. That's it. Couple more. And bring those feet together. I want you to bend the knees up, bring them slightly forwards in front of your body. Okay, keeping your arms where they are. I want you to raise knees and feet just off the floor. We're going to open up that top knee, so it's opening up like a clamshell, like a mussel shell. Pivots at the hip and at the feet, but we're keeping our hips stacked. So we're not rolling back. If you really struggle with that, move back against a piece of furniture or the skirting board. That'll stop you rolling back. That's it. You will need your hand in front to stop you falling forwards. So nice and steady. Just gradually lifting, raising, rotating that top knee. Works all around the hip. That's it. A few more times. Good. 1 more. And bringing that down. Keeping those knees bent. Bring your arm out at 90 degrees to the body. Then putting that other hand on top. We're going to open the door. So we're going to raise that top hand. We're going to rotate it over. Follow it with your eyes. Bring it back over and hands together. That's it. Good. Nice. Open out. Stretch out that chest and shoulder. A little bit of rotation in the spine. That's great. Keep that going a few more times. Gives us a lovely stretch out, this one. If you do wake up with a bit of a stiff back on the morning, lovely exercise to do just to ease you out. That's good. One more time. So we'll bring that up, stretch out, and back together. Okay, we're going to spin ourselves around now, so switching onto your other side. We'll do them reverse order there. So we'll start with that open door, so knees bent, laid on our side, arms out 90 degrees to the body, one hand on top of the other, and let's reach up, follow that hand with your eyes, over and behind, bringing that back round and together. Excellent. That's good. Nice stretch out, open up. That's it. Just keeping that going, nice steady movement. That's great. A few more times now. That's it. 2 more reps. That's it. Open up, really stretch and rotate. Bring that back together. One more time. Good stretch. And bringing it in. Excellent. Well done. Keeping those knees where they are, but take that hand now so it's extended under the head. Other hand in front for balance. We're going to pick those feet and knees just off the floor. And we're opening up that top knee. Remember, like that clamshell or muscle shell. That's it. Nice and steady. That's good. That's it, fantastic. Just really nice, steady, keeping those hips stacked. Trying to make sure we don't roll back onto that bum or fall too far forwards. If you do need to rest the bottom knee down on the ground, that's absolutely fine. Remember, we always work to our own abilities. That's good. Couple more now. Last one. And bring that down. Rest the feet down, extend those legs out, nice and long, staying in that extended position, arms stay in the same place, raise the feet just off the floor if we can, waist draws away from the mat, pivoting on that hip bone, we're going to scissor those legs forwards and back. Excellent. Nice and steady. Just keep that going. Steady away. That's good. Nice steady movement. So those legs are there to disrupt the balance. We have to work all those stabilizing muscles to keep us in position. Really good. Few more. Good. Last one. And bringing that down. Really well done. Okay, going over onto our backs now. So I want you to start laid back with your knees bent up and hands pointing to the ceiling. So we're going to lay that back. Get those knees bent. Take it back, hands up. So we're going to start just with a basic leg slide. So I'm just going to take one leg, extends forward, comes in, either slides along the ground or hovers just a fraction off. So we breathe in as you extend, breathe out as you come back. We're going to add the arms in. So we're going to add a double arm action. So both arms are going to drop and raise. So breathe in, breathe out. That's good. Keep that going nice and steady. Breathing in, breathe out on that effort and raising the arms. Aim to keep that spine in a neutral position. If you feel yourself starting to arch the back, engage the core, bring that back down. Some of you might find your spine is flat against the floor, others you'll have a natural curve at the bottom, your spine's just slightly off. So aim to stay in that natural position. Don't force your back flat onto the mat if it isn't. That's good. Few more. Good. That's it. One more each leg. And we're bringing that back in. Okay, staying on our backs, bring those feet up into tabletop, so even 90-degree bend at hip and at knee. We're going to do our toe tap, so we keep that bend at the knee and we just pivot, tap that toe down. Getting those arms pointing to the ceiling, so we start looking like our dead bug. That's it. Tapping down. When we've got that movement, we're going to drop our opposite arm back. So again, breathe in, breathe out. Really good. Fantastic, keeping that going nice and steady. Making sure we don't get that exaggerated curve at the bottom of the spine. If you find that your back's starting to arch off your mat, engage that core, draw that tummy back towards the spine, and that'll lower that arch back to where it should be. Really good, few more, nice and steady. Good, one more each leg. And bring that down. If you need a little stretch, you can draw those knees in. Ease out the lower back. That's it. Good. We're going to stay on our backs with our knees in that tabletop. So bring those feet back up. This time, hands down on the floor in a slight V shape. So our hands are just pointing slightly outwards. Keeping the knees together, we're going to rotate them to one side. When you feel the opposite shoulder lift off the floor, bring them back up and over. So if you're really flexible, your knees might get all the way to the floor before your shoulder lifts. If you're not as flexible, you'll get halfway, then that shoulder's coming up. We use all the muscles around our middle then to bring those knees back up and over. Arms are for balance, not for pushing us back, up and over. We're using those muscles around our middle to do that. Using those obliques. That's it. So to work all our abdominals, we need to do loads more than just some sit-ups. That only work a tiny, tiny bit of your abs. So we need all these movements to bring all the different elements of your abdominals into play, to build up that core strength. That's it. Good. Nearly there. One more exercise after this. Good. One more to each side. That's it. Last one over. And bring that in. Feet back onto the mat. Bring yourself up to a sitting position. So we're sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to go into our roll backs. So we'll just do a few to get into the movement, and then we're going to add a little bit of a twist sideways in. So we're just going to take that back, bringing it up, sitting tall. So we don't need to reach further forwards. We don't need to go past that vertical with our back. That's it. Okay, so we're going to add in our little arching movement. So as we come back, we're going to look like we're drawing a bow. Bring it forwards, and the other side. So one hand stays forwards, the other draws that bowstring back. Hand travels towards your shoulder, doesn't need to go out any wider. Looking towards the hand that's coming back. So just draw it towards that shoulder. Excellent, few more. That's it, one more to each side. Bring that back. Last one now. Bring that up and relax it there. Excellent, let's come slowly back to our feet then. Just stand up nice and steadily. Don't just jump straight up, so we're down on the floor. You don't want that blood rushing down from your brain and people going dizzy. So we're going to stand nice and tall, taking one foot back. Extend that back leg nice and straight, feet parallel, stretching out that calf. And hold those hands forwards, head down. That's good. And change legs, opposite foot goes back. Hands in the small of the back. That's it, chest forward, shoulder blades together. Good, bring that back in. Take our feet just over shoulder width apart. Going to reach up, bring it over. And then down, take it over. The other side. That's it, bring that back in. Feet back under our hips. We're going to take our hands high above our head, reaching down towards our toes. Slowly roll that back up. Stand tall, pick up one foot. Good, changing legs. That's it. Feet back wide. And we're going to sweep that through, taking it high one last time. This will take us up to our toes as we reach for the sky. Up we go for 3, 2, 1, and relax it there. Well done, everybody.